Okay. Are you guys able to see my screen? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, fine. Good. Thank you. So here we can discuss about that how the client server architecture will work. So as soon as if you open the any Google or website, okay, if you open as a new window, let me again open it. So if I'm opening gmail.com, right? So after entering the username and password, what will be the next page? It will be show the inbox page. Yes or no?
Yes.
So if before I'll be doing as a google.com, the gmail.com, right? Just a second. Yeah. So before navigating to this page, entering the username, I have clicked on in the Google. So www.gmail.com. So it is navigating to the sign up page. So you have to, as a user, you have to enter your username. So how I'll get to know? Without internet, I can able to get this page. Is it depend on the internet connection?
Yes.
So what it will do, it will go to the that domain name server, whether it is the internet is connected or not. Then only it will be, if I'll be clicking on the it is a valid URL. Okay, gmail.com. So it's a valid URL. Then it will be, what is the next step of the design? That screen will appear on the UI. So what it will do, it will go to the server, then check with the gmail.com application is there or not in the Google server. Then it will be redirecting to the sign up page. So after entering the username and the password, so if I'll be entering the username and the password, so what will be the my page? Inbox page. If it, what it will do, go to the my Gmail server now. So it will check whether my username and password is matching. Then it is redirecting to the inbox page. So if it is not matching, so immediately it will throw incorrect username or incorrect password. So you can, based on the requirement, you can update the password, if, or else you can re-enter the correct password or correct username. Then click on the next and sign up. Then it is redirected to the inbox page. This process is called as a client server architecture. That one we can discuss through the architecture screen. Clear? So always when you open into the browser, you have to enter your valid URL. Then you have to click on OK or go. Okay, you can able to click on the enter also using the keyboard. So what it will do, yeah, before going to the web server, the Google server, the web server we have. So here we will be having the web server and the database server combinations. Okay. So what it will do, we'll be having a, we should require a internet connection. So whatever you have a valid URLs, right? www.gmail.com or www.flipkart.com or amazon.com or Misho or anything else, yahoo.com and whatsapp.com, you will get to that it's a valid or not into the browser. So what it will do, it will go to check for the internet connector provider and check in the DNS. What does mean by DNS? Anybody knows this? Can,
Domain name server.
yes, exactly the correct. So the number domain name server, we can call it as a domain name server. There we'll be having a website, and we have each website will be having the IP addresses in the backend. So they already designed it. All your whichever valid URL you have a IP addresses in the server, so it will check the in the domain name server. So there we will checking for the URL and with the IP addresses is connecting or not. Then it will go to the web server. in the server. Okay, in the server we have a web server. So what it is asking, so after I'll be entering the www.gmail.com, next page I required as a login page or sign up page. We have application server, then we have a database server. So initially the web server will be having, I want to required for the login page. I don't want to check my the username and password. So what it will do, it will go and check for the application server, whether in the database server, whether it is having the valid, is this URL is present in the database server or not. It will check in the table. So once it is checked it, what it will do, it will be give the response to the application server to the open the login page, and through the web server, then it will be redirected to the login page. Okay, so again, what it will do in the login page, you have to enter the username and password. Again, click on the login. It should be again go to the web server. So it's already connected to the internet and domain name server. It is not going to the go back to the again for this connection checking. So already it is connected. So it will be checking for the username and password. I want to validate it. If it is a valid, then I should go to, it should open for the inbox page. If it is not valid, how I'll be checking? So it will go to the request, will go to the web server, and through the application server will be having each module be written in the JavaScript format. Okay, it's based on the requirement, based on the company, they'll be written as a programming language in the server side. Okay, so it will go and check the which inbox page I want, right? So what it will do, it is asking whether username and password is correct or not. So it is navigating to the database server. It will be checking for the login credential, whether it's a username and password is matching or not. If it is a valid user authentication, okay, it's called as a presentation layer also. It's a checking the username and password. Then if it is a matching, it will send a response. If it is not matching also, it will send a response to the application through the web server and UI page. Through it will show as a error, incorrect username or incorrect password. But now, right now, I'm entering the valid username and valid password. So it is checking and give the response to the application server and also web server. So what it will be the next response? It should show the inbox page. So what it will do, the business layer, it will enter the inbox page. The data will be showed as a default. So always the unread message as per the requirement, whatever the customer requirement. So unread message will be shown in the top, and date wise or time wise, based on the requirement, you can able to get it in the UI part. I hope is clear the architecture how it will be work in the backend. Shall I explain once again?
No, ma'am, continue.
Yeah. So this is called as, this will be the client and this
Ma'am,
will
can
be
you
the
explain it
server
once
part.
again?
Yeah, sure. So this was the client and inbox and browser and login page. This was the all these called as client and the server. So this will be the connection between the client and server is called as the client server. We are discussing about that complete. This is the architecture of high level architecture. Okay. So I can tell you that one more time. So as soon as if user, for example, let me, I can open it here. So www dot like me gmail. What it will be showing here,
Doesn't support.
because what is I'm entering valid URL.
No.
No.
So it is not redirecting to the page, right? So what it will do, it will go check for the internet connection and check for the DNS server. It is there's not matching. There is not don't have any website on related to this name. So that's the reason it is showing as a error. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the same way, and always will be, these are all HTTPS. You guys, are you guys know this? What is meant by HTTPS and HTTP? How
Hypertext
about, yeah,
language.
hypertext, hypertext transfer protocol,
Yeah.
secure. These are all secure websites, gmail.com and see, and Flipkart. Is it a flipkart.com? It's a secured website, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So as soon as you are redirecting to the entering your URL in the Google, so www.flipkart.com, by default you will get it. The screen, okay? This is the design. So you can also should do the login. That there is a login button. If you click on the login, then you have to enter the your email address or mobile number based on the requirement design. So how should I get to know? So this is also designed from the Flipkart company, right? So what is that? I'm explaining once again for this architecture. Here in the browser, I'll be entering the www.flipkart.com. For example, I'm clicking on the enter. Then it is, if it is a valid, then it is going to checking the DNS server and go and check in the web server. So web server, what it will do, the in the it will check in the application server. What is the next page of this Flipkart application? What is the design of the next page? So what is the design of the next page? Welcome page, right? Is it, we can call it as welcome home page, the first one? Yes or no? I can call it a search page or welcome page for this. So
Yes.
and also we can call it as, this will be the login page. Login will be highlighted. So here the default, it will be there in the Flipkart design. So it will be in navigating to the this home screen with along with the login page. So it is redirecting to the login page. You have to click on the login, then it is entering the email address or username or contact number, then password, and click on the login. So what I should get next? The complete home page I should get on the flipkart.com page, right? So what it will do, through the HTTPS secure, since it is a secured website, it will go to the, again the request will go to the web server, and through the application server, it is web service is asking what is the next page I should redirect to the UI. So what it will do, application server in the program, they'll ask whether the user is enter the username and the password, is it the correct or the proper information or not. It will, it want to check that. So it should be checked, right? So what it will do, here I am not in the application server, the program will be written as a common, because in the username and password I cannot enter every time in the programming. It will take lengthy program, right? If every time, sometimes XYZ user will log into the Flipkart, sometimes ABC user, sometimes Z user, other users, so and so on, millions of user you have. So what I have to return, I should return as in the programming language. So what page I have to redirect it to the next UI page. So what it will do, in the application server, commonly they mentioned as a email address or the contact number. So what it will request will go to the database layer. So this is called as a database layer. I'll tell you the later what is meant by database layer. So it will go to the database server and check for the login credential, the email and the password, or contact number and password. So either you can, based on your requirement, it will be the username. Okay, it will check where if it is the matching, then the response will go to the application server. It will say the application server go ahead with the next page. Means it's a home page of the complete Flipkart application. So it will again, the response will send to the web server. The web server the send to the response to the client. So what the based on the design of the requirement, the data will be arranged. The user can able to visible without any error in the home screen. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope it's clear, everyone. Any doubt?
No, ma'am. Continue.
So this is called as a client server architecture. So whatever we are performing here in the web page, that in the back end, what is happening, that I explained it in this architecture. Okay, so just aware of this won't ask, but this will be comes to the manual testing also, the same procedure but in the different way. Okay, the Baswana sir also will tell you this, the client server architecture, and you guys will better understanding there also. So for this SQL completely, we are working in the database server, in the database layer we are working every day. Okay, so this will be the UI in the server, database server, and we are having these combination of two tier architecture and three tier architecture. So what does mean by two tier and three tier and all, I'll explain you here. Okay, this is called as the combination of web server and database server is called as a middleware. Okay, so the three tier architecture means it's a combination of UI, web server, and the database server. They are all three called as a three-tier architecture. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
little I can tell you the change. Just 1 minute. Yeah, just one correction in this screen. Okay, this will be the tier one. Okay, and here I have written it's okay. Just a minute. This is tier 2, and this was the web server, and combination of web application server is called as a tier 3. Okay, the combination of tier 2 and tier 3 is called as a middleware, and the three tier means three tier architecture. We have called it as two tier and three tier architecture. Okay, the combination of this client and web server and the database layer, and the web server and application server both are called it as a business layer. This is the combination of web server and application server. We can call it as a business layer. Based on the business requirement, it will be written it here, should be through as a programming language. So this, what are the datas are arranged in the server, this all these three are server only. Okay, in the server itself we have a segregated with web server, application server, and database server. So always in the database server, the data will be arranged in the table format for understanding, for the easily they can understand the server what data exactly we need to check in the particular application. Clear? So just give the gap of this to draw the diagram. I'll share you this diagram in the group chat. So right now you can take the notes. What is the procedure of the client server architecture? Okay, whatever I have explained it here, I'm just giving the notes for you guys to understand that. Clear? So leave some space to draw this diagram. Then take the notes. Okay. Hello.
Hello, can we take a record section?
Sorry.
Can I record this session?
Already recorded. Yeah. I think it's not showing for you guys. Yes, recording it already.
Ma'am, it is not like that. We are not getting the recorded videos in a drive, so that's why.
Okay, okay. Still, you have not received for the last two sessions recorded?
No, not yet.
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, sure. I'll just check with Baswana sir and we'll get back to you. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, just a minute.
Can we have a separate group for this for these sessions for daily sessions?
Why?
Because
Once again.
it can be stored in the single format
One video
location.
is uploaded in SQL.
Mm-hmm. So only the pending for yesterday videos, right? Is it added for the first day video? Others?
I've not checked this one, ma'am. We'll check it and we'll update you.
Okay, please check anybody, Lohit or others also check it in your drives. If it is not added for the recorder sessions, let me know. I'll reach out to Baswana sir and will inform you. Okay. Just wait a one day. I think he'll upload it. Definitely. So what I am saying, the client server architecture theoretical part, I'll give you right now. The diagram, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group chat. Okay. So you can copy it later. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we can continue with the notes. Just take the heading. Already you guys are taken, right? Client server architecture.
Yes, ma'am.
So leave some space for the diagram. Then take small heading DNS. So in the bracket, you can copy it. Domain name server. Domain name server. Copy it in the down. It is a computer server. It is a computer server that contains that contains a database of many IP addresses. It is a computer server. It is a computer server that contains a database of many IP addresses. Many IP addresses and their associated and and their associated associated domain names and their associated domain names. Done?
There is some background noise from you.
1 minute. Still, it's happening the same.
Like someone
Yes,
is
ma'am.
talking in the background.
One second. Hello.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So the next, is it copied? Domain name server?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
It is a computer server. It is a computer server It is a computer server that contains it's a computer server that contains a database of a database of a database of many IP addresses, many IP addresses, and their associated and their associated domain names. It means like always we have a domain names, right? The flipkart.com or amazon.com or gmail.com. We should have a separate IP addresses in the server itself. Okay, it will be having separate IP address for each server. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Take the next full form of HTTPS. It stands for hypertext hypertext transfer transfer protocol secure. We have a two types, right? One it is HTTP and another it is HTTPS. So always will most of the time we'll use secured website only. We'll not use unsecured websites. Okay. So the unsecured website will be start from HTTP. Okay. So always the secured website will be start from HTTPS. Clear? Next slide. Web server web server is also called as a is also called web server is also called presentation layer. Web server is also called presentation layer. Web server is also called presentation layer. And application server application server is also called application server is also called business layer. Application server is also called business layer. Web server is also called as presentation layer, and the application server is also called as a business layer. Next line. For the first time, for the first time, for the first time, when user enter the URL, for the first time, when user enter the URL, when user enter the URL in the in browser, for the first time, when user enter the URL in browser, comma. Since we don't know the IP addresses, since we don't know the IP addresses, since we don't know the IP addresses, the request will be given to modem. The request will be given to modem. Full stop. Shall I repeat once again?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Continue with the same line, which will be acting as an, which will be acting as an, which will be acting as an internet provider, internet provider through modem, through modem. The request will be given to DNS. The request will be given to DNS. The request will be given to DNS. Full stop. From DNS, from DNS, after fetching the IP addresses, after fetching the IP addresses from DNS, after fetching the IP addresses, for particular URL, for particular URL, for particular URL, the request will directly, the request will directly given to web server. The request will directly given to web server. Full stop. Next line. Web server based on the request, web server based on the request based on the request will understand the request is for login page. Web server based on the request will understand the request is for login page. Request is for login page. Full stop. After understanding, so initially it is requesting for the login page, right? So the next, the after understanding, the immediate respond, okay? The immediate respond, the immediate respond from web server to web browser, web browser, web server to web browser will be given in the form of login page. After understanding the requirement in the web server, so it is, and the immediate response, after understanding the immediate response from the web server to
Um,
web browser.
um, of
Yeah.
login page after that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, can you repeat it?
will be given in the form of login page. After that, I missed it. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So you can pull stop. I'm just repeating again. Okay. Just make a note.
Okay.
After understanding the immediate response from web server to web browser will be given in the form of login page. Full stop. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, once it is understand the request and from the DNS to web server, so it is understanding the requirement will be redirecting to the login page. So what is immediate response to the UI page? It should be show as a login page. For the login page, it's not required for to go for the database layer, because all the database layer should require to check on the data's login credentials or any other data. So I do, for the login page, it is not required to go to the database layer. That's the reason I'm just giving the immediate response to the web browser to the login page. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Go for the next line. After getting login page, after getting login page, after getting login page, when user enter, when user, when user enter the username and password, when user enter the correct username and password, when user enter the correct username and password, click on the click on the login request, click on the login request, click on the login request, directly give, click on the login request, will be directly given to, will be directly given to web server, will be directly given to web server. Full stop. Which will be, which will be, continue same line, which will be in the format of, which will be in the format of HTTPS, which will be in the format of HTTPS. In the bracket, open the bracket, the username and password will be encrypted. Username and password will be encrypted. Close the bracket. Is it done, everyone? I'll go for the next.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Go for the next line. Web server, web server, web server will be understand, the web server web server will be understand the request is for home page. The request is for home page, comma. The request is for home page, comma. To provide home page as a response, to provide home page. Home page means here, what is the home page in the Gmail? Is it an inbox page? Yes,
No,
right?
not inbox, ma'am. Actually, front page.
See, as soon as you enter the username and password, what is the next page of gmail.com? It should be the home page.
In
The,
inbox.
it should be defaultly inbox page only display, right?
Okay.
So other application, it will be the home page, okay? But Gmail, it will show the always inbox page is a default. That is a design, okay? Don't get confused. So I'm repeating once again, web server will be understand the request for an home page, and to provide home page as a response, to provide home page as a response, user has been authenticated, user has been authenticated, so that the request from web server to app server, so that the request from web server to app server, and from app server to database server will be given. User has been authenticated, so that the request from web server to app server, and app server to database server will be given. Let's stop. What is meant by authenticated?
I mean, given permission.
Yes, it should check the whether it is a username and permission. I have to give the to open the after login page, right? So I have to check whether it is authenticated, whether it is a correct or not, username and password is correct or matching. You can check it out. For that purposes, I have to navigate into web server to application server, and application server to database server. Understood? So the next line, continue. In database server, in database server, user will be user will be user will be authenticated. In database server, user will be authenticated, comma. If user is authenticated, if user is authenticated, if user is authenticated, the response from the response from if user is the username and password is correct or not. Okay, if it is correct, it's, you are validating the matching or not. If it is authenticated, what it will do, it is correct, both are correct, it's a matching, the response will given to database server to app server, and app server to web server. Okay, Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So copy it again. In database server, user will be authenticated. If user is authenticated, if user is authenticated, the response from the response from database server to app server, the database server to app server, and and from from app server to web server, app server to web server. App means application server. Okay, application server to web server, and and from web server to web browser, and web server to web browser is in the form of is in the form of home page or inbox page, home page or inbox page. If user is authenticated from database server to app server, and from application server to or app server to web server, and from web server to web browser, in the is in the form of home page or inbox page, will be written, will be written. Done?
Done.
Okay. So the next heading, two-tier architecture. So I'm just giving the note what is mean by two-tier and what is mean by three-tier architecture. Sometimes they will ask, okay, if it is required, you just go through that. For your understanding, I'm just giving those notes as well. Two-tier architecture. Under that, copy it. Communication between communication between web browser, web browser, and middleware, middleware, middleware is nothing but is nothing but two-tier architecture. So what does mean by middleware? This is the middleware, web server and application server. Okay. So the communication between web browser and middleware is nothing but two-tier architecture. Two-tier architecture. Just you have a one correction of this. This is the tier 1. Okay, this is tier 2 and tier 3. In the bracket you can mention browser is tier 1 and middleware is tier 2. This is tier 2 and the database is tier 3. Okay, so in the bracket browser is tier 1 and middleware is tier 2. Close the bracket. The next small heading, three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture.
Ma'am, can you repeat two-tier architecture as well?
Yeah. The communication between web browser and middleware is called as a two-tier architecture.
Okay, ma'am. Done.
Bracket browser one is a one tier, okay, or tier one. You can call it as anything else. And middleware is tier two or two tier. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. The next small heading, three tier architecture. Three tier architecture. Communication between, copy under that, communication between web browser. What is meant by three tier architecture? Anyone can say now?
It is a combination of browser, web server, and database server.
Yes, exactly the correct. The communication between, copy it, communication between web browser, web browser, comma, middleware, middleware, and database server, database server is called as three tier architecture. Three tier architecture. So in the bracket, you can mention for your reference, browser is one tier, middleware is two tier or tier two, in database server is tier three or three tier. Okay, close the bracket. Next line, next line. Web server is also called as presentation layer. Web server is also called presentation layer. Why we called it as a presentation layer in the web server? What it will decide? Web server. It will understand the requirement and it will arrange to the web server client side, right? What is their request and response? Is it they will do the actions? How the data will be arranged in the UI or the client side? It will be send the response, right? The web server. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So the UI part will be take care of the web server. That's the reason we can call it as a presentation layer. Okay, don't get confused. So copy that. Web server is also called as a presentation layer since it is decide since it is decide how the data is going to be how the data is going to be arranged in arranged in client side arranged in client side. Full stop. Next line. Application server. Application server is also called as business layer. Application server is also called as business layer. Business layer. Because because it contains it contains it contains the actual business workflow of each page. Because it contains the actual business workflow of each page. Application server is also called as business layer because it contains the actual business workflow of each page in the form of what it will be written in the form of programming language, right? Is it understand everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope is everyone clear about this client server architecture? Anyone having any doubt? You want me to explain again?
No, no.
No, ma'am. Clear.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we can stop the sessions today. So go through the client server architecture clearly and go through the notes as well and make a note copy on the diagram. So we can next sessions we'll discuss about the SQL history. So we already discussed and we'll discuss about detail about the history. Then we can move for the next topics. What is meant by data? What is meant by database? How the data will be arranged in the databases? And we'll go for the what are the importance of SQL and advantages of SQL, and we can go learn for those things. Okay, so the next sessions we can discuss all these things. Clear? So today's sessions you just go through the client architecture, how it is work.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me, I can stop the recording sessions.
Ma'am, do we